Sorry about that, guys. I had to just, use a cord to connect the controller. It's working now, so hopefully it'll be fine. Hopefully it'll continue to be fine. And hello. You can see that fucking toolbar. It's fine. It's fine. Okay. It's like, hey, if you're using Windows, you don't have to use the chroma key. It's like, unfortunately, I'm not using Windows, but it still tells me that every single time. Okay, now we're finally ready. As we were talking, the door to the war room opened and the others rushed in. Splendid work as always, everyone. Looks like my dear sister's vision came in clutch after all. We told you everything would work out, didn't we? Why are you acting so happy about it? You didn't even do anything. My thanks to you new arrivals as well. You really saved the day, just like my dear sister predicted. Who are these guys? Are they part of your unit too? Why were you not on the battlefield with us? Surely you'd not desert your allies in their time of need. Well, you see... I'm sorry, I'm just a useless piece of garbage that's had the supreme arrogance to adopt this mockery of a human form. I've no idea what you're talking about, but it sure is fun to watch you squirm. Never mind that. I thought I was hungry before, but I can barely stand now. My vision's getting blurry. Oh, I almost forgot. We brought a bunch of food over from our school. You've got food? For real? Of course. If you want it, you'll have to show proper deference. Now get on your knees and lick the floors clean. If I can't have a red carpet reception, seeing you toil will be the next best thing. Ignore Kurata. What do you guys say to a victory meal? We can talk more afterwards. That sounds great. I'm so hungry I could puke. Then let's all pitch in and eat the food off the bus and into the cafeteria. I like her too. The way she uses anta. She's so condescending. It's cute. Fine, I'll do anything if it means I get to eat something other than that canned bread crap. We made our way outside to where the school bus was waiting. With everyone helping out, it didn't take us long to unload the supplies we brought over from the other academy. Back in the cafeteria, we let the ration-o-matic do its thing and soon had a glorious feast laid out before us. No one bothered with manners. We devoured it like wild animals. Nice. In a few short minutes, the plates we'd piled high with food had all been picked clean. After days of starvation and the exertion of battle, the team from the main campus were hungrier than I'd ever seen them. Oh boy, I needed that. I can feel the nutrients seeping into me. Why am I crying? Come on, body. I just got that sodium. I was starting to feel like I was never going to be full again. Hehe. Glad we could help with that. Maybe you'd like a nice massage session to follow. What was that first thing you said? You lost all your supplies in a fire, right? How awful. How moronic! We should just let natural selection run its course.
Huh?
Lay off us, will ya? Well, you should be fine now. I took a quick inventory of what we brought over. There's plenty to last the rest of our term here, for all of us.
Huh?
All of us? You mean you're staying? He doesn't look happy about that. Oh right, I still haven't told you about that part. It all started when that storm hit. I went on to recount my experiences of the last few days. I'd gotten separated from Gaku and Tsubasa during the storm and knocked out, only to be rescued by Nigol. He took me to second-to-last Defense Academy where I met Nozomi, Kurara, Kyoshika, and Yugamu. While I was there, the enemy attacked, and one of the commanders proved too much for us, but it turned out that the school was only a decoy. After it self-destructed, the others had come with me, so all 13 of us could defend the last Defense Academy together. So these guys are gonna live here with the rest of us from now on?
Oh.
That's right! Apparently they were meant to join us eventually. Nice to meet you all. Let's work hard to keep this school safe. I don't know about that. I mean, we just met you guys. Enough of your ineffectual protests, Cabbage Breath. You should be honored to have an aristocrat like myself among you. In the future, if humanity wasn't at stake, I'd never even subject my eyes to your trashy appearances except to point you out in a police lineup. You sure have a sense of humor, Miss Suzuki. Criticizing our appearances, looking the way you do? Pure comedy gold. Are you gonna let them get away with that, Kyoshika? He's laughing at you, belittling your individuality. That insult was aimed at me? Prepare to face the judgment of Holy Jumanji Sword, foul miscreant. Please, everyone, don't fight. We're supposed to be a team. Oh, Takumi, I'm feeling faint. I don't know how much longer I can keep standing. Are you okay, Eito? We have so many new allies, new friends. Oh, my heart feels like it's going to burst. But perhaps we should wait until tomorrow before we start getting to know each other. I'm sure we're all tired from the battle. I'm good with that. Gonna be pretty freaking sweet sleeping on a full stomach for a change. Then shall we all meet up again tomorrow morning here in the cafeteria? I expect the beds to be suitably clean and hygienic. If I see any stains I don't recognize, there'll be trouble. Yeah, whatever. It had been a long day. We decided that the best thing to do now was to head back to our rooms and get some rest. Who's hanging out where? Everyone in their room? Yeah. Except him. Quite the view you got here. Those the undying flames we've heard so much about? Yeah, I still have trouble believing any of this is real sometimes. By the way, I did a quick sweep of the rooftop, and it looks like there are enough rooms for all of us. If there was any doubt our team was always supposed to join you here, that's pretty decent proof of it, right? I guess so. What if someone knocks on our door? Alone in my old familiar room, I slumped down onto the bed. After the storm, the other academy, and the many battles of the last few days, it actually felt kind of nice to be back here. But this wasn't where I really wanted to be. I wanted my real room, the one back home in the TRC. I'll survive and go home. I will. I have to! But would the real Karuo be there waiting for me? Or was she already here? It's way too late in the day for me to start thinking about this stuff. It can wait until tomorrow. Tomorrow could be a new day. I allowed myself to relax and eventually fell asleep. Shōjigan-da-yo.
みんなを率いる司令官であり、この学園の責任者である本官がお伝えします。 最終防衛学園30日目の朝になりました。わあ、ついに30日目に到達だね。と記念に新しい教室がオープンするよ。校舎1階の工作技術室と校舎2階の生物薬品室です。いつも通り活用方法は来た時に本館が説明するね。
New school facilities, huh? Well, that can wait. First, I have to meet up with everyone in the cafeteria. Something tells me these new locations are going to factor into some drama. Jesus Christ, is that my fridge? It's so fucking loud. I bet you can even hear it.
Oh.
Alright, looks like everyone's here. Still feels weird having so many people around all of a sudden. Then let's hold a killing game and thin out the herd a little. Whoa, don't be so casual about it. Taking life is a serious matter. If you're going to kill someone, you gotta take your time with it. Really make it mean something for the both of you, you know? Is that supposed to be inspiring? There being more of us could be a good thing, though. The more allies we have, the better we can defend this school. Allies, huh?
Oh.
Anyway, I took a quick look around the school already. It's basically identical to ours, just like Nigo said. Apart from that huge wall of fire outside, of course. So those are the infamous undying flames. The sight of them fair sets my teeth on edge. You told us a little about them on the bus on the way here, but maybe we could get a proper explanation now? What exactly are those flames, Takumi? All we can tell you about the flames is what Rury told us when we first got here.
この学園の周りをすっぽり取り囲んでいて、しかもずっと燃え続けているんだ。ずっとって永遠だよ。あの炎は消えることなく永遠に燃え続けるんだ。
Fire that never goes out? Sounds like something out of a fairy tale. I'd never have believed it if I hadn't seen him with my own eyes. Heck, I'm still having trouble getting my brain to accept it. Perhaps 'tis an advanced form of ninjutsu. Which chakra elements does one combine for such a transformation? The flames are there to help keep the invaders away from Last Defense Academy, right? If that's true, then they must be part of the defense system. They're probably being generated somewhere on school grounds. Yeah, maybe. To tell you the truth, we don't really understand how it works either. You got them burning outside your defense room, too. That's gotta be to protect whatever's in there, right? We think so. I tried dousing those ones with a fire extinguisher before, but they sprang up again pretty much right away. It's gonna take a lot more than that to get inside. This really brings home how many questions are still unanswered. Rury said he'd explain everything, but then he disappeared. And you couldn't convince him to tell you sooner? You truly are useless. Sorry. Hey, that wasn't our fault. Your defenses are a lot beefier than ours. I guess that settles it. This school is the real deal, all right. Yes, it's just like Nigo said.
新構成の戦力を分散させるためのおとり役だったんだ。だからここには何もないんだ。みんながもう一つの防衛学園、最終防衛学園にこそあるんだよ。
Verily, 'twas a shock to learn we'd been risking our lives to protect a mere decoy. A shock? It was downright infuriating. The B team is no place for someone of my social standing. It's not as if the work we did there wasn't important. The invaders took all the bait and sent troops to the decoy after all. After those attacks we fought off stopped them from focusing their entire fighting force on this school. I still say Nigo could have told us that from the beginning. A lot of the information relating to this war is classified. Maybe he didn't have permission. Even Nigo couldn't defy orders from above. He told us that much himself. Orders from above. Rury mentioned the higher-ups too. Who's really controlling this war? But now the Decoy Academy's gone. That means the attack on this one are gonna get a lot worse, right? Pretty much, they don't gotta decide who to send where anymore. We're all there is. And there's still like 70 days to go. Aw man, what rotten luck. I don't know if I can hold out that long. What's the worst that could happen? Dying? If it's gonna happen anyway, maybe we should get started now. You know, get busy living or get busy dying. You're all so adorable, the way you freak out over every little thing. The enemy attacks may get worse, but there's more of us too. If we can learn to fight as a team, then... Why fight at all? Why don't we just run? If we use that school bus you came in on, we can cover a lot more ground than on foot. We might even be able to drive all the way back to the complex. You're babbling, sir. A warrior does not desert their post while the enemy still draws breath, and nor does a woman. Even supposing the bus could cover that kind of distance, none of us know how to get to the Tokyo residential complex from here. And besides, the future of humanity is at stake here. If we don't defend the invaders... we don't defeat the invaders, the whole world is done for. Don't tell me you actually believe all that future of humanity stuff. There's a good chance it's just a story made up to motivate us, you know? Naturally, we considered that possibility. It was one of the first things we discussed. In the end, we decided if there were even a chance of it being true, we had no choice but to steel our resolve and do our part for these 100 days. Nozomi was very persuasive. The way she got us fired up, we couldn't help but get on board with it. I didn't really do anything special. But how can you... Yeah, they're both doing it right now. The pose. How can you be so sure? Do you have any grounds or evidence to prove it's true? You got any grounds or evidence for thinking it's not? I guess not. If Rury had been able to tell you more about what's going on, you'd be sure of it too. I think that's the main difference between our two groups and why our attitudes are so different. Once Nigo told us about world death, we knew we couldn't just stand by and let it happen. World death. Yes, indeed. Humanity's future prospects without this particular asset would be grim, to say the least. It is, after all, the key to overcoming world death and ensuring a chance for future generations to thrive. Wait. World death? What's that? A new prominent term to deal with. This is gonna overload my excess-sized brain. It's all starting to make sense now. You never even got that far, huh? It's no wonder you're still going back and forth on whether it's all true then. You'd best prepare yourselves for a shock. What do you mean? According to the information Nigo shared with us, world death was the catalyst for this entire war. This is the thing that started it all? More than that, it's also the reason humanity is now confined to the Tokyo residential complex. World death has decimated the human population and forced the survivors to take shelter underground. decimated the population? It's that bad? Enough with the dramatic build-up. Just tell us what this world death thing is. Quiet, pea-brain. The adults are talking. If we tell you, we won't want any of that, "Hey, is that really true? What if it's all made up" stuff. Do you think you can hold on to that single thought without blowing a fuse?
Huh?
Come on, make with the explanations already. That's no way to talk to someone who's about to impart important wisdom. Didn't anyone ever teach you any manners, you inbred little street urchin?
Huh?
What, and your manners are any better, you foul-mouthed rich girl? Shut up, shut up! Honestly, having to listen to your complaints is making my skin crawl! Spend too much time talking and you won't be ready when the enemy attacks. And if you don't fight the enemy when they attack, you die! Is that so hard to understand? So why do you insist on picking apart everything we say? I've stepped in things that would have made better soldiers than you. She's right. Even ABC gum still has some flavor. It's more resilient than me, too. Can you really blame us for asking questions after getting dragged into this crazy war out of nowhere? That's where you're wrong. We weren't dragged into this. We were chosen as mankind's last hope.
Oh.
Mankind's last hope? Yes, we were chosen to represent humanity in this war, to shoulder the hopes and futures of everyone back home. We're the only ones that can stop our entire species from being wiped out. We don't have a choice in this. We have to fight.
Yeah.
And you believe that too? Are you sure you haven't just been brainwashed to think that's true? Again, you make a joke of our resolve. You won't be laughing when my blade has had its way with you. What about world death? You just gonna keep throwing that name around like it means something? Or are you actually gonna start explaining things? You know what? I'm not telling you a thing. Go shove it up the tailpipe of a car you can't afford to insure because you're poor. Huh? I can't work with a bunch of impatient, ineffectual, dull-witted morons like you! There's no point in us telling you anymore. Kurara, don't be like that. There's no need for us to get involved with these chumps, Nozomi. We can win this war on our own, just fine. I can't believe we wasted our food on you peasants. We'd have been better off letting you shrivel up and using you as invader bait.
Huh?
Oh, you act like a big shot, but this is our school, you know? It's us. We were here first. Yeah, we opened up this place to you after yours went kaput. If it weren't for us, you'd have nowhere to go right now. We could say the same for you. You and this school would have been toast if we hadn't helped out in that battle yesterday. Don't get smart with me, pretty boy. I'll myrtleize you. Ouch. Don't mangle murder like that. That word deserves to be treated with respect.
さっきからこのうすらバカの貧乏人どもは何を言っているのかしらね。人の言葉を話したらどう？
貧乏人で悪かったな。けどおめえみたいに心は汚れてねえぞ。
いきなりよそからやってきて、そんな偉そうな態度ってどうなの？
お主らにこの学園の防衛は任せておけぬ。ならば拙者らが主導権を握るのは当然であろう。
こうなったらみんなでデスゲームする？
ここから逃げたいなら逃げてもいい。私は追いかけるけどね。楽しい鬼ごっこの始まりだ。両足を切り落としてもまだ逃げられるかな。
てめえは気持ち悪いんだよ。俺は女とガキは殴らねえが、男には容赦しねえぞ。
こうなったらみんなでデスゲームだね。
Takumi's right. We won't get anywhere if we don't work together. Wake up and smell the roofies, Nozomi. That dreadnought-class deadbeat's as bad as the rest of them. The moment your back is turned, I'll spike your drink and take you back to his room to have his way with you. I'd never do anything like that. I really wouldn't. You know that, right? Please, everyone, we shouldn't be fighting among ourselves. Why can't we be friends?
Huh?
friends with these guys? Don't make me laugh. Befriending these cosplay convention rejects certainly is asking a lot from normal people like us. How dare you, sir? I'll not let that insult slide. Choose your fate. Face the judgment of the Holy Jumanji Sword or repent and die by your own hand. I demand satisfaction. Satisfaction my ass. Ima may be a jerk, but he's our jerk. I've had just about all I can stand of your loathsome visitors. We're done here. Come on, Come on, Nozomi. But... Yeah, get lost. See if we care. If I never see your dumb face again, it'll be too soon. Alright. Trying to press the issue now will only make things worse. It would be nice if we could talk more tomorrow, though. The team from the second campus left with their heads held high. They were barely out of the door before the others started venting their feelings. What's with those guys? Are we really gonna have to spend the rest of the 100 days with people like that? I agree. Their attitude is positively sickening. Like you'll want to talk. You brought back some interesting friends with you, Takumi. So, this is my fault? I know I've got no right to contribute to the discussion, but what do you think that world death they mentioned is? I'm really curious now. Don't sweat it. Don't even think about it. It's all mind games. They're just trying to get inside our heads. Damn it, I still feel like I want to hit something. Think I'll go back to my room and cool off. Guess I'll do that too. No killing game then? Maybe next time. Takemaru, Gaku, and Tsubasa left the room. I didn't have the heart to stop them. The tension was already dangerously close to the breaking point. Well, that could have gone better. I never expected everyone to turn on each other just like that. Same here. It's not going to be easy getting them to work together. If Siray or Empirico were here, they'd know what to do. But it's no use wishing things were different. We need to think of a way to solve this problem our own way. Yeah, I'm gonna go. I need some time alone to think. Ito and I parted ways and I headed back to my room. After that disaster of a meeting, it's hard to imagine ever reconciling the two groups. There's gotta be some way. Maybe we just need more time. Come to think of it, some new rooms were unlocked today, weren't they? I think I'll go take a look at them. I could use something to take my mind off all this. It's the metal shop on the first floor and the biolab on the second, right? This isn't quite what I was expecting from a metal shop classroom. It's more like something you'd find on a military base. There are all kinds of deadly looking weapons lined up, and the air is thick with the smell of metal shavings and gunpowder. Oh, and she's here too. I only wish we had a magic circle to contain you, Sir Takumi. Then I could easily cut you down the moment you try anything indecent. I love how they all think we're a pervert. I don't think she's pretending not to know me. Karua could never have put on an act this convincing. Is she really not Karua? Or maybe she's lost her memory? Look out, Nozomi. That perv is waiting for a chance to pounce on you and lap up your saliva. Ah, so he's like the yokai Yamachichi that steals its victim's life force by sucking their breath. Except with saliva. The Holy Jumanji Sword and I will strike him down. I keep telling you I'd never do anything like that. Unless I was asked to. Darn it, she's more cautious of me than ever now. At this rate, I'll never get to talk to her. What am I supposed to do here? The way the air smells in here really puts me at ease. Seriously? You like this? With all the metal and gunpowder and everything? I know, it's not exactly the aroma one would associate with a sophisticated lady like myself. But the old Suzukis actually rose to prominence thanks to our involvement with weapons development. Weapons development? Like guns and stuff? In the beginning, our family name was just Suzuki. We were small-time engineers and arms engineers and gun runners. We grew the business little by little from there, expanding our reach until it encompassed all aspects of life in the Tokyo residential complex. That gave us the necessary prestige to evolve from Suzuki to O Suzuki, and the rest is history. If you didn't know, the character for, like, O is the same as Oki, like, big. So her name's, like, Suzuki with O in front of it. Suzuki's a really common name. It's usually written with Suzu and Ki, like bell tree. So her name literally means big bell tree. Workshops like this are just integral to my family's identity as the swanky mansions where we live today. This industrial atmosphere is baked right into my DNA. Being here is like returning to my natural habitat. Okay, I guess that makes sense. It seems only fitting that this should be the place where I write a new chapter in our family's illustrious history. I'll create weapons the likes of which the world has never seen, and eradicate those pesky invaders once and for all. Before our might. Chap development has been unlocked. You can access it during your free time. The invaders will rue the day they crossed in Old Suzuki. Man, I'm glad she's on our side. She is on our side, right? Maybe you should tell that to those friends of yours, too. Getting on my bad side is not a good idea. If they all commit seppuku 3 times in quick succession, I might forgive them for their insolence. Again with the ritual suicide demands. I'm still not sure how doing it more than once is supposed to work. She's so uncomfortable. This is the biolab. Looks less like a classroom and more like something out of a horror movie. Looks like a nightclub to me. What are you laughing at? I can't help it. I mean, just look at this equipment. It's hot with a capital H. Now that this room's open, we can whip up a whole host of medical supplements whenever we need them. I'm almost afraid to ask, but what kind of supplements are we talking about? Mostly stuff that gives our hemoanima a temporary boost. We can use them to augment our regular physical abilities, too. You mean drugs? Nigo did say there were facilities in this tucked away in the dark corners of the school. It's pretty sweet that I finally get to see one. I guess second to last Defense Academy had a lab like this, too, but it never got unlocked for us. That does sound like it would be useful. But is it ethical? We're basically using our performance-enhancing drugs, right? Aw, you're worried about the morality of a little thing like that? You're such a Boy Scout, Takumi. With everything in this lab, we have the potential to go much, much further. A lot of this stuff was developed as the result of illegal experiments on human subjects. For most people, no amount of knowledge is worth that kind of atrocity. And now that research is all ours, the fiendish, the outlandish, the downright unpleasant, it's all right here at our fingertips. And what could we use it for? For a start, we can probably make some killer modifications to ourselves, just like my family did to me. You mean like the way your arm stretches? You know, it's always been my dream to mod someone else's body. I'd be gentle, and I made sure any changes I made were tasteful. Say, Takumi, you feel like discarding your humanity and becoming something more? Absolutely not. Not interested. Let me know if you change your mind. In the meantime, I'll just make do with my fantasies. Alright, I visited both the new rooms that were unlocked today. Guess I'll go back to my room and decide what to... Aw, I should have talked to the others first. I miss their dialogue. Between all the arguing and exploration, today's really taken it out of me. Is there anything I can do to get everyone to see eye to eye? Or are their attitudes toward fighting just too different? We're representing all of humanity in this war. They chose us, above all others, to defend the world from the invaders. We're the only ones who can do this, so it's only natural we give it our all. I never thought of this as a responsibility. Fighting was just a means to an end, and a way for me to get home. Should I feel differently if I knew about world death? Was I ever gonna find out what this war was all about? Someone's at the door. Could it be her? I wonder who it is. I felt a flutter of anticipation, my hands trembling. I pulled open the door to reveal... It's her, all right. Good evening, Takumi. Do you have time to talk? Oh, it's you, Eito. Were you expecting somebody else? Sorry to disappoint you. No, it's not like that. What's up? Nothing in particular. I just thought it would be nice to chat a little. I never get a chance to tell you how happy I was to see you again. I was out of my mind with worry the whole time you were gone. Oh, really? I thought maybe you disappeared like Hiroko. We went 5 whole days without any contact with you after all. Sorry, I wasn't exactly in a position to get in touch. What happened to you during that storm? How did you get separated from the group? I'm not really sure. All I remember is that I passed out and woke up with an aching head. By then I was already on my own, somewhere miles away from here. After that, Nico found me and took me to the other school. Perhaps you got sent flying in the storm? It's possible, I guess. I can't think of anything else that would explain it. Well, you're okay now. That's the important thing. But while we're on the subject of the other school, what's going on between you and that Nozomi girl? You didn't notice? He's jealous. I told you. I was like, he's gonna be jealous. He's gonna see that. He's gonna be like, what's going on? When you're around her, you're different. Almost like she's special to you. But you seem troubled as well. What's wrong? I'd like to help if I can. Although, if it's something romantic, bear in mind I don't have any experience in that area. Oh, was that really it? No, not exactly. It's kind of weird, to be honest. You might not believe what I have to say, but will you still hear me out? Of course. Now that I've been given the go-ahead, it all came spilling out. Yes, confide in your friend. Tell him everything. I told Eito about Kara, my childhood friend I'd spent practically every day with back home before the war. That was the easy part. Then there was the matter of Nozomi and her uncanny likeness to Kara. They were so alike that I couldn't accept that they were different people, no matter how much I tried. And as much as Nozomi looked and sounded like Kara, she had no idea who I was. I told Eito all about this mystery, and the theories I'd come up with, and how the whole thing was messing me up. You weren't kidding when you said it was weird. I thought maybe she has amnesia, but she's never mentioned hitting her head or having gaps in her memory or anything like that. Not that I've been able to talk to her long enough to ask about it. Come on, Eito, say something. Oh, sorry. This whole thing reminds me of a sci-fi novel I read a little while back. What happened in it? The main character ends up in a place that's both familiar and different. A parallel universe. Parallel universes aren't just other worlds, or even the past or the future. They're alternate realities taking place at the same time as our own. Alternate realities.
Oh.
It's a fairly common trope. Depending on the story, a parallel universe could be completely alien or eerily similar to the reality we know. In the book I'm thinking of, the main character travels to another universe. He finds there's another version of himself there, another him, living his own slightly different life. You think that's the connection between Nozomi and Karua? Like, they're alternate universe versions of each other? I know it sounds ridiculous, but humor me for a moment. It would explain a lot. It would mean Karua and Nozomi are the same person, hence all the similarities, but at the same time, they're different. They lived completely different lives. That would account for Nozomi not knowing you, don't you think? I don't know, Eito. Maybe that's how this stuff works in sci-fi, but I'm having a hard time believing it would happen in real life. I suppose you're right. It is a little unrealistic. But the situation we're in is already pretty far removed from what we're used to consider reality. Perhaps my sense of what is or isn't realistic has gotten warped from all the strange things that happened to us lately. He's right. If you told me a few weeks ago I'd be stabbing myself in the heart to give myself special powers and fight monsters, I wouldn't have believed that either. Sorry for putting forward such a bizarre idea. I haven't been much help, have I? That's not true. It's really helped to get all this off my chest. And it's such a weird story, most people probably wouldn't believe me. I couldn't have told just anyone about this. I'm honored, and I'll gladly hear you out if you want to talk again, no matter how strange it is. You sure have been having some peculiar experiences. First the ghostly invader, and now this. Oh right, I almost forgot about that thing. We still haven't figured out what it is. I haven't seen that invader since I got back, but the next time I do, I'm gonna make sure he answers for what he's done. Don't take any unnecessary risks. You still have no idea how dangerous he might be. I know. I'll be careful. Well, then, I think I've taken up enough of your time. I should get going. Good night, Takumi. Sleep well. I just came to give you some ideas about how, reality might be unraveling. With that, Eito left, pausing at the door to give me one last gentle smile. Parallel universes, alternate realities. Could any of it be true? It sounds so bizarre. The more I think about it, the more it starts to make sense. Is that what's going on here? Are Karu and Nozomi alternate versions of the same person? The same, but different? Is Eito a male version of Karu? Either way, I won't be able to put this issue to rest until I talk to her about it myself. Even after venting to Eito, the frustration I was feeling still wouldn't go away. I turned in for the day and gradually fell into a light, fitful sleep.
Shou-時間だよ。最終防衛学園31日目の朝になりました。今日も偉大な人類のため観難深空なんのその野蛮下劣な旧敵から愛する学園を守り抜こうね。
It's morning. Guess I'll go to the cafeteria as usual. I just hope everyone's a little less prickly today. Oh, it's just us today? Yeah, No sign of the second campus guys anywhere. Just so you know, none of us picked a fight with them or told them not to come. They're just plain old no-shows. Fine by me. Who wants to deal with those jerks first thing in the morning? Everyone's turned so hostile lately. I'm loving it. We can't go on like this forever. We're gonna have to talk things out with them eventually. You saw how things went down yesterday, Mr. Altsky? Does it really seem like they'll listen to our side of things? Doesn't mean we shouldn't try. Our conversation was interrupted by the sound of the door opening as someone came into the room. Oh, good morning. It's you, huh? What are you doing here? Gaku, be nice. She can use the cafeteria if she wants. Oh, did you come to betray your friends and join our side? One of us. One of us. Is that it? Sorry to disappoint you, but no. There's something I want to discuss with you. What did you want to talk about, Nozomi? Are you finally going to tell us the whole story about that world death thing? Sorry, I'd like to, but Kurara and the others are dead set against it. I know they can be difficult sometimes, but they're still my friends. I can't just go against their decision behind their backs. What do you want, then? I was thinking it might be a good idea to set different times for us to use the cafeteria, at least for a while. If our two groups stay separate, we can reduce the chances of things escalating like they did yesterday. Yeah, I guess there's something in that. It shouldn't be too hard to organize. Our group has a training routine we go through every morning. We're going to keep that up here, so we won't need the cafeteria until later. Wow, you train this early? That's the kind of dedication I can only dream of. It's all for the good of humanity. We can't afford to lose this war. Ugh, you sound like a walking recruitment poster. It's a lot of big talk from someone who can't even use Himoanima. Gaku!
Yeah.
There's always bound to be some friction when two groups with competing values come one together. It's like when two video game companies merge. Sooner or later, one of their flagship series always ends up getting buried. I feel sorry for the fans. At any rate, I think it's best if we keep our distance until we've all calmed down a little. That's all I wanted to say. I'll be going now. Wait a minute. While you're here, I wanted to ask you. Sorry, the others are waiting for me. Nozomi brushed off my questions and left without even sparing a passing glance at me. That was fun, huh? It's like the management sent a liaison officer to tell us to get our butts in gear and start up the killing game. That chick really hates your guts, huh, Takumi? So she turned you down or what? She may be cute and everything, but who wants to go out with someone who's always talking about saving humanity and stuff? Guys, don't be so insensitive. Takumi needs to be alone with his pain. I'm not sure that's the best approach either. That's right, we've gotta, suck the poison out. Don't worry, you get used to being hated pretty quick. That's something I learned early on in life from my parents. The breakfast that day was as tasteless as the atmosphere. Nozomi's doing all she can to avoid me. I'll never be able to talk to her at this rate. I shouldn't let this get me down, not when there's so much else going on. Alright, what should I do today? I've got plenty of free time to fill up. But we can hang out with our girlfriend. Takumi, do you think we could bring the Rashnomatic back to the TRC with us? Why? If we had this machine, everyone would be able to eat delicious meals every day. We can't keep such a convenient technology all to ourselves. We need to find a way to take this back for the betterment of society. Ada is always thinking of others. I could really stand to learn from his thoughtfulness. After spending some time together, you understand Eito better now. How about someone we haven't hung out with? Looks like we can't. Let's like make something.
Rury のことなんでこんな分かってんの？粘着系ストーカー？
そう、いつ新校生の襲来があるかわからないから、休めるうちにしっかり休んでおこうね。じゃあ、おやすみなさい。総員起床時間だよ。最終防衛学園32日目の朝になりました。今日も偉大な人類のため艱難辛苦なんのその野蛮下劣な旧敵から愛する学園を守り抜こうね。
Morning already. I should go to the cafeteria. Although, I doubt she'll be there today. Just as I thought, it's just the original team from this school here today. Nozomi did say she'd try to keep the two groups separate. It only figures that she's not here. So, not like I care or anything, but do those guys really train every morning? It's not like I care either, but yeah, I heard them going at it when I met past the gym earlier. I actually don't care. I'm not even being coy about it. That's some impressive work ethic, though. You guys are talking an awful lot about something you claim to not care about. Seeing other people working hard really makes you feel like garbage, huh? Or is that just me? Whatever, man. Training only gets you so far. In a real fight, it all comes down to guts. Shoma, are you alright? Shoma? Huh? Oh yes, I'm sorry. It's nothing. I didn't mean to space out like that. My head just kinda went blank for a moment. Maybe I've contracted a disease that makes my brain melt from lack of use. Either way, it's nothing serious. That sounds incredibly serious. It's melting again. Quick, someone cut off his head. The revival-matic will fix it when he puts it back together. Probably, maybe, 50-50 chance. You can't solve all your problems with beheadings. But Mr. Kinsaki barely contributes anything useful, even when his brain's solid. I think we're safe to just keep ignoring him. Dude, that's so harsh. I can't say I 100% disagree, but still. It's true Shoma's always been on the quiet side, but this goes way beyond that. None of us were really sure what to do about Shoma. We ate fast and left him to work it out on his own. When Eito's feeling bad, oh my god, Eito, are you okay? And when Shoma's feeling bad, he's like, guess we'll just leave it. What now? We're still no closer to patching things up with the team from the other school. We can't let things continue as they are. How can I get two such different groups of people to get along? Maybe I'll just have to try whatever I can in my own way. Let's make more gifts. That was fun.
これなかなかいいものだね。ありがたくもらっておくよ。I bet Gaku would like this. Let's see. Whoa! これマジでもらっていいのか？すげえ！マジで嬉しい！
What a chump.
総員就寝時間だよ。いつ新校生の襲来があるかわからないから休めるうちにしっかり休んでおこうね。じゃあおやすみなさい。
Another day gone. You've been going faster lately. Not that I'm complaining. I want to get to day 100 to get out of here as soon as I can. And when I get home, I'll be able to clear up the Kara Nozomi thing once and for all, right? Anyway, I'm going to bed. So ended the 32nd day.
ねえ、たっくん。
なんだよ。
今日誰かからチョコもらった？
え、チョコって？
だってほら、バレンタインデーだから。
ああ、そうだったっけ？いや、もう俺は別に。お前こそどうなんだよ。誰かチョコをあげたりしたのか？
いや、もう私は別に。中学校にチョコを持ってくの禁止だし。
だったら聞いてくるなよ。
まあそうだけど。ね、私今年はチョコを手作りしてみたんだ。少し緊張したけど学校に行く前に渡してきたよ。
え？
受け取ってはくれたけどちゃんと食べてくれるかは分かんない。仕事に行くって先に出かけた時もテーブルの上に置きっぱなしだったし。
ああ、 お母さんにか。
He was so shocked. I like how his like top's a little too big for him. It makes him look smaller.
でもすごいな。お母さんのためにわざわざ手作りまでしてさ。
あ、うん。お母さんのためだけじゃないんだけどね。はい。
俺に？
学校に持ってくのは禁止だけど、たっくん帰るとすぐ遊びに行っちゃうから。
ありがとう。
意外と手が込んでるんだよ。時間もかかったからちゃんと味わって食べてほしいな。
ああ、そうなのか。じゃあお返しもしないとな。
お返しなんていらないよ。でもいつか将来私に天体望遠鏡で星を見せてほしいな。
はあ？天体望遠鏡？
知らないの？星を見るための道具だよ。図書館の古い本で読んだんだ。いつか天体望遠鏡で星を見るのが私の夢なんだよね。
星なんて見られるわけないだろ。ここは東京団地だぞ。
だから夢だって言ったでしょ。もうたっくんってばロマンがないんだから。
うるさいな。
He's so fucking stupid. He's a simp, but like...
総員起床時間だよ。
I guess there's no blood left to work his brain cells.
最終防衛学園33日目の朝になりました。今日も偉大な人類のため観南真空なんのその野蛮下劣な旧敵から愛する学園を守り抜こうね。
It's no surprise I dream about Kara again. The way she's been on my mind so much lately. Really brings home how alike she and Nozomi are, though. No, alike isn't the word for it. They're exactly the same. That parallel universe theory is starting to look more and more attractive. But if Nozomi's an alternate version of Kara, what's she doing here? Is it just coincidence that I happen to know the other her? Thinking about this isn't going to get me anywhere. I should head over to the cafeteria for breakfast. Oh, the whole gang's all here.
Huh?
Huh? Whoa! What are they doing here? Pop those eyes back in your head, peasant. You look like a middle-aged hotel manager who'd just been caught peeping on his guests.
Huh?
Sir Takumi, surely you'd never do such a thing. That creaking in the walls last night, was that you? I know not what you think you saw, but I assure you, you're mistaken. I was simply messing around with my sword and, well, perhaps I got carried away. Oh, I'm actually curious now. For the record, we're not here to patch things up with you guys. We're just answering a call. What does that mean? I asked them to come. There's something I want you to hear. All of you. What's so important that we all need to be here? Shoma was acting strangely yesterday. He tried to brush it off, but I pressed him on it. And he finally told me what was bothering him. Shoma had another dream. One that unearthed a repressed memory.
Huh?
Another one? Is it true, Shoma? Do you remember anything? Well, I thought we agreed Mr. Ginzaki's dreams were nothing to worry about. He even said so himself. Well, it was easy enough to dismiss the first time as a fluke, but now that it's happened again, Shoma has more to say. He wants everyone to hear it, so we're all on equal ground and we won't fight about it later. That's his excuse for wasting our time? I'm sorry, but I don't want it to feel like I'm keeping this from anyone. Keeping secrets always leads to conflict sooner or later. And I hate conflict more than I hate eating 3 square meals a day. Yeah, I can tell. Isn't 3 square meals a day meant to be a good thing, though? So, was your dream from before actually not a dream? It really did happen? Usually, when you wake up from a dream, you can tell right away that it was a dream. Memories aren't like that. I mean, both are images in our minds, but there's a clear difference between the two. I'm sure you can all tell the difference between dreams and memories, and I can too. That's why I can say with certainty that this was a memory.
Oh.
You guys mind filling us in on the lore here? Just shut up and listen. We don't get it either. What have you remembered so far, Shoma? Maybe we should go over that again. Last time you said you were hooked up to some freaky machine in a weird hospital. What was it called again? Kamakura? Huh? Lady Nozomi, is something the matter? Oh, it's nothing. And those machines are the same as the ones we've got here, right? The ones we can't get working. Yes, I think that covers everything from my last memory. We still haven't figured out what those machines are for, or why they were both at the hospital and here at the school. Did you remember something that could help us with that? Yes, I think what I remembered this time might explain a lot of it.
僕が鎌倉総合病院であの装置に入れられていた理由です。あれは何かの実験でした。僕は鎌倉総合病院で行われていた何らかの研究の被験者だったみたいなんです。
何らかの研究？
その時は意識がぼーっとしていたのであまりはっきりとは分からなかったのですが、白衣を着た研究員たちが装置に入れられた僕のことを覗き込んでいました。そして僕の血についてあれこれ話しているみたいでした。
血？
はい、僕の体内の特殊な血がどうとか、そんな話をしているのが聞こえてきたんです。
Special blood? You think it's got something to do with the hemoenema? But hemoenema comes from the infusers. Our blood's just the medium it uses to manifest. It shouldn't matter whether someone's blood is special or not, should it? So your blood's different from regular people's, Shoma? Have you got a crazy high mid-chlorian count or something? I don't know about that, but it seems like it's different anyway. How can you not know? It's your own body we're talking about. Like I said, the memory's still a little fuzzy, and I was barely awake at the time anyway. There is one other thing, right, Shoma? Yes, I did remember something else.
鎌倉総合病院で謎の装置に入れられていたのは僕だけじゃなくて、ここにいる皆さんもなんです。皆さんも僕と同じように鎌倉総合病院にある謎の装置に入れられて何らかの研究の被験者になっていたんです。体内にある特殊な血に関する。
Dude, what are you talking about? Us in those machines? That include our group too? Yes, it wasn't clear enough for me to see all the machines, but I'm pretty sure everybody who's in here now is also there. You're crazy, man. First time I saw any of you was when I woke up here in the academy. You're saying we all met before and forgot about it? In my memory, you all had your eyes closed. I think you were unconscious. I was just barely awake though. Maybe that's why I was able to remember it. But there's no doubt in my mind that all of this is true. We were put into those machines at the hospital. We were all part of an experiment there, sometime before we came to the school. But I've never even heard of Kamakura General Hospital. How could I have checked into it? Same here. I never go to the hospital. I don't have money to spare on medical bills.
Yeah.
And my robust health is second only to dedication to my dear sister. You didn't have to bring me into this. See? It just don't add up. We couldn't have been there.
Oh.
Wait. What if it was after the invaders attacked the complex, when our powers first awakened? As soon as I defeated the enemy in my neighborhood, I started to feel dizzy. Before I knew it, I'd blacked out. I'm guessing the same thing happened to all of you? When I came to, I was at the academy, with no idea how I got here. Naturally, I assumed we were brought here immediately after we passed out, but what if that's not the case?
Oh.
We may have spent weeks, or even months, in that hospital first, and the gap in our memory could mean we'd be none the wiser. Hey, yeah, that kind of twist happens in killing games all the time! It's possible, though, don't you think? If we accept Shoma's memories as true, then it's the only explanation. So then, what did they do to us while we were there? Some kind of research, right? Special blood. Maybe it is related to hemoanima after all.
Oh.
I think so too. That's the only thing we all have in common. And, oh my god, enough already! Kurata's shrill voice shattered the contemplative mood that had settled over us. You interrupted our training for this? To hear this piece of trash talk about his ridiculous fantasies? Who the hell cares about any of that? But this could be an important clue. We might be able to find out more about hemoanima. But Shoma didn't remember any important details. If we can't use this information, what's the point in worrying about it? Why are you even lending his ravings any credence in the first place? It's obviously nothing but a bunch of lame-brained hogwash. Consider this. Would understanding hemoanima better give us any practical advantage against the invaders? We understand it well enough to use it. Should we not just concentrate on defending the school? This is not the time to be sidetracked and waste our energy on unimportant details. Unimportant? We're never going to learn the whole truth of what's going on here. We've made our peace with that. Now that we've been given this mission, we have no choice but to do it. There's no other option. So how about you all shut up and start pulling your weight like the rest of us? Nigo didn't tell us everything, but he did at least explain why he couldn't. A lot of the details about this war are just too important. If he told us and they were somehow leaked to the enemy, it would ruin everything. Even if being kept in the dark is frustrating, we've accepted that it's for the greater good. We've decided to give our all to win this war and worry about the details later. In other words, we have the capacity to show perspective and determination. Are those completely alien concepts to you mascots? Sorry, to you maggots? I mean, look at you, coming up with weird stories and theories about stuff that does not matter. You've been given a mission. Why can't you just do it? Well, you little cockroach, I'm talking to you! Huh? First you refuse to fight, then you muddy waters further with this nonsense. I'm getting tired of it. Just looking at you makes me want to vomit. I'm sorry. I never meant to cause all this trouble. You're probably right. It's all just a fantasy. My brain's always been about as powerful as pond scum, and now it's finally breaking down and making me lose touch with reality. My sincere apologies for all the trouble I've caused. I won't do it again. I won't say another word. I'll just spend the rest of the 100 days in the corner, standing out as little as possible. We'll start right now. Shoma began backing away, but Kurara stepped in to block his path. That self-deprecating act isn't going to cut it this time. You need to be made an example of. What are you talking about, Kurara? If I don't try to stop me, Nozomi. This bug needs squishing, and I'm the one who's going to do it. This so-called defense unit is full of wishy-washy work-shy nitwits, and he's the worst out of all of them. His very existence is an insult to everything we stand for. I've had enough of it. What's happened to her? Kurara's always been mean, but she's totally blowing her stack now. If you really want to make up for what you've done, you should just disappear. Huh? But And I don't mean hiding away in your room either. I want you out of this academy. Do you understand? I don't care where you go, but I don't want you here. Well, the thing about that is... Sip it! No excuses. Just go. Leave. Move out. Mosey. Shuffle off. Scram. Depart. Disappear. Get out! Get out. 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 Hey, leave him alone, you... Gaku stepped in and grabbed Kurara's shoulder in an attempt to hold her back. None of us were prepared for what happened next. Whoa, that was awesome! Combo! Such magnificent boxing technique. Nothing can withstand those fists of fury. She can box? Enola Suzuki receives education and everything we need to enforce our will on society. Political, financial, physical. We can handle any conflict and come out on top. I'm a member of upper echelons for a reason, pea-brain. My family has sculpted me into an absolute freaking paragon of refinement and excellence. And if any upstart peasants dare to defile my personal space, there will be consequences. Damn it. You'll get yours when the revolution comes. Sorry, man. Wish I could help, but you know how it is. I don't hit girls, no matter how much they deserve it. Stop it, Kurara. Please, that's enough. So, I'm guessing you didn't have anything else to tell us. Maybe we should get going. Yeah, maybe you should. What a vexing way to start the morning. Let us return to our training, friends. Come, Lady Kurara. My wrath must be appeased. It's not that I don't appreciate you trying, but I think that it's best we drop this for now. I'll try to convince them, but it's going to take time. Anyway, I'm sorry that it came to this. I really am. Nozomi gave us an apologetic glance and went to join her friends. Even after the team from the second campus had left, none of us could settle down. If anything, things only got more heated. I'm so sorry, Shoma. I never thought it would blow up like this. No, it's my fault. The other team already doesn't like us, and now I've made it worse by annoying them with my nonsensical stories. I'm so useless, so stupid, so lacking in any kind of social awareness. You'd all have been better off if I'd never been born. Well said. Brother dearest, don't agree with him. That tomato lady really went ham on you, huh? She made you look like gutter trash. She hit me. That psycho actually hit me. Even my dad doesn't hit me. I mean, how could he? I've never met the guy. Is that a good thing? Those guys are really pissing me off now. Ain't no way we ever gonna make things work with them. The way I see it, there's only one way to resolve our differences. Starts with a K, ends with an Illing game, and is totally still a genre with untapped potential. Darby, just give it a rest, okay? I'm sorry. If I was better at handling human relationships, this never would have happened. The mood here just keeps getting worse and worse. Gloom descended on the cafeteria. We gradually filed out and made our way back to our rooms, our hearts heavier than they had been in a long time. I'm exhausted already, but there's still plenty of the day left. I should try to make the most of it. The invaders might attack at any time. I've got to be ready for when they do. Alright, that's enough for today. I don't know why, but I'm feeling kind of crappy, so we'll stop here for now. I hope I can see you guys again sometime soon.